What's going on today, guys? We're going to run over some sedge treatment options and a little bit of random stuff. So stay tuned, strap in for all the excitement. I know you can hardly contain yourself. I'm not sure how well I'm getting this to show up on the camera. There they go. This is some Nutsedge and Bermuda grass, and that is a pretty healthy infestation. This, I guess, is a septic tank right here on this little mound. There's, see how it goes in patches throughout the lawn, but it's all over the lawn. So this is not really a great candidate for spot spraying, but I'll talk a little bit about what I'm going to do with this one. So let's try to dig up a section of it and wash it away so we can see what's going on underground with this stuff. Okay. See, can you see these right here? That's your nutlet, so to speak, and see how it runs along. And there'll be a little node or a little nutlet right there. Another sedge is getting ready to pop off of that. Here's another one on that, so it'd be like a chain of them. Oh, I broke that one. Anyway, but that'll give you an idea of why just killing the top growth is not going to work, because there's these little nutlets right here laying in wait to sprout up another vicious nutsedge. So you have to do something that's going to have some effect in the ground on these things. See, there's the one that one came out of. All right, but identifying nutsedge, pretty simple from above. It's gonna have, let's get something I can cut it. Stand by. All right, I can't really see the thing here, but the sun's beating down. You got a real obvious stringer right up the middle of it there on both sides, and if you were to cut it, should have kind of a triangular cross section in it. Boo. All right, let's talk about some control methods on this stuff. It's obscenely hot at the moment. But we'll go after some sedges. There's a few options. Well, there's a lot of options actually on sedges. In Bermuda and Zoysia, we can go with things like halosulfuron, the sedge hammer, and there's a few different names you'll see on halosulfuron, sedge hammer, sedge something else, sedge killer, sedgemundo. I can't remember what the other one was called. Pro sedge. Some of these come in a little water dissolvable packet, which is your 1 gallon, your spot spray rate, and you just throw the whole packet in your little 1 gallon sprayer and mix it up. This one's in a little bottle. It's a water dispersible granule. See if I can get you a visual on that. Which side's the camera on? That side. Like that. And it comes with this handy little scoop, and that's your 0.9 gram, and that'll be your 1 gallon or so rate. You mix that with a little non-ionic surfactant and you go to it. There's other things. Dismiss is good. Solero is, you can go across different grass types with that one, but the Certainty is the other one. That's more a Bermuda grass deal. Monument is one of my favorites, and actually on the yard that I just showed you that was full of sedges, I got a few other issues in there. I'm gonna broadcast that yard with Monument out of the permagreen at about a ½ ounce per acre. Very potent herbicide is Monument. anyway, all right, so there's you a few options on sedge control. The Solero and the Halosophuron can go on warm and cool season grasses. Some of the other ones, the Monuments, the Certainties, warm season only. Some people will run Dismiss on Fescue too. I haven't tried it, so I don't know. But anyway, I'll get cracking on some sedge control. I've got a little bit mixed up in my hand can here. We're gonna spot spray a few sedges in the Steve Willie Memorial Garden behind me, so I'll take you along with me. We got just a little, you know, nondescript, I think that's a 2-gallon, 2.5 gallon or something. Put a little AI nozzle on it. There's some of my sedges in the Steve Willie Memorial Garden. We're gonna spray those. Here's a look around the Steve, ooh, that's not sedge. Take a look around. This spot over here on the shady side is a little slower filling in. This spot out here is almost got it done. All right, sedge spraying in the Steve Willie Memorial Garden. We'll take a quick glance at the Bermuda grass at PPC Total Turf Labs. Well, the sun's got it. Let me flip it around. It's doing pretty okay. For the amount of input I've put on it, I was hoping for better, but I'm not irrigated. So this is all a common in the back. It's it's been here for years, but I guess it's blackjack is what I had put down way back when. That's a hybrid in here in this little area, 419. A little flower garden set up. I don't know, kind of let it go too long before I mowed it last time, and when I mowed it put some brown spots in it. It's a perennial hibiscus. It's not all opened up and looking good right now because it's, you know, it's about 48,000 degrees out here. Beautiful flower on it, and it gets loaded. My Monaco Common Bermuda 419 mix. I got some all of it out here. It's doing good. You know, I mow it with my rotary mower, so I skin it up a little bit mowing it, but I had let it go a whole week because I couldn't get to it without mowing. I've been trying to mow it twice a week, and it does seem to look better. And it appears to be time to get my PGR back on it too. Yeah, I'll try to get that, squeeze that app in today, but I'll show you some close-ups on this grass. Monaco right here, super tight, super fine. I love that stuff, man. With foresight, I would have killed my common Bermuda and just tried to get the whole yard done up in the Monaco. And here we transition into my common, and I'm not certain. I don't remember the variety on this. This has been here forever. It's not as good as what's in the back, actually. 419, not tremendously different than the Monaco, actually. It's a little I don't know. It's a little different, but it's pretty too. So there it is. Nothing amazing, but it's pretty good. I don't have irrigation. I mow with a rotary mower, all that kind of stuff. And it's been hot. I mentioned it's been hot. That's why you gotta like Bermuda grass. And here we're gonna jump over. We're gonna treat this the Nutsedge on the neighbor's yard. I got some other issues. He's got about an acre here, and I'm gonna go ahead and give him the Monument throwdown. I got my older Triumph loaded up and ready to go on Nutsedge 5000 over here. I've got a ½ ounce of Monument, about 40 ounces of MFT. Some hooks are packed up. Let's do this. a little summary. I know this was a quick video. I wasn't very in-depth on nut sedge control, but in short, you got to get something that's going to go down into the ground and try to control all that network of roots and nutlets and new sprouts. So things like Dismiss, Monument, Certainty, great for warm season grasses, Solero, Sedgehammer. Sedgehammer can go either way, Halosulfuron. So there's a few nut sedge control opportunities. I'm gonna get my PGR out on my grass now, but I think I'm gonna wrap up video. And I was out yesterday. I'm in the process of spraying fungicides on the fescue yards, and I'm getting around seeing them. Some of them look great, some of them not so much. I got one of them that you see in a lot of videos that their irrigation well ran dry. Man, that thing just blew up like within a week in the spots that are out in the direct sun. And that one gets an awful lot of exposure anyway, and apparently the irrigation well was terrible. It ran out in like June last year. But anyway, I'll put the pictures of that yard up so you can see it, see that I'm fallible. And I totally am. I screw stuff up all the time. But I mean, that one was more or less out of my control. I can't I can't go fill up the well. I could pee in it or something. That probably wouldn't be too good for the grass. But anyway, I'll throw that one up there for a little redemption for the guys in Charlotte that I put their pictures in the last video of the blown up fescue. It's just it just goes to show that you can do anything to these bad boys, and if the conditions, the nature is against them, it's gonna kill them. But anyway, I'll throw that up there. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Just how quickly things turn. Up until last week, Miss Charlotte was doing stellar. I was over here Monday or Sunday and mowed it. Tuesday, the irrigation well ran dry, and just that quick, boom. Let me show you. Out in those areas of direct sun, checking out fast as it can. Always had problems with the irrigation well here. Last year it ran dry pretty early, and I thought maybe with the spring rain that we had, we might be able to make it last this year, but apparently not. There may be a grass type change in order for this place. I don't know. I have to talk with the homeowners about it. I think they're getting tired of working so hard on the fescue and then it blowing up, but we'll talk about it. Okay, so 9-10 months out of the year, I got a stellar lawn here. They're spending a buku of money on it though, between fungicides and everything you have to do to kind of keep this alive, and then dealing with the irrigation issues. So possibly change this over to Bermuda. Probably the most economical thing would be to try to seed it, but then again, with the way the well runs out, I would hate to get this thing halfway established and then run out of water. So I don't know, it's something that we all got to talk about here, but anyway, that's the thoughts on this. You can MFT them, you can RGS them, you can RHPP them. Don't mean a damn thing unless you H2O them.